Good ace positioning in the center, everybody. The name's Bluefang, and welcome back to Hunger Games Simulator Season 10. Last episode, we did characters whose name began with the letter M, and this time, the characters have been pulled from DanDaDan, my favorite new gen anime. Favorite anime of all time? No, that is Yu Yu Hakusho, which I'm probably going to reserve for Season 11 now, so give me a second. Alright, now that I have that reserved, it's time for the cast introduction, which I can actually do because I'm familiar with this franchise. So let's begin with Ken Takakura, better known as Okurun, is in love with Momo Ayase, who is in love with him. I think they're doing a will they, won't they, but heavily leaning towards the will they. And, alright, so yeah, these two like each other. We'll get her, she has teleporty Green Lantern hands. That's her major power. Seiko Ayase is a psychic, and is the grandmother of Momo. 100 km/h Granny, better known as Turbo Granny, stole Okarun's balls. I'm not kidding. And because of that, he got her powers. So now he has super speed. You heard me right, because this man is missing his testicles, and this cat stole it. He has super speed. DanDaDan is a weird ass show, but if you can get past the beginning, it's pretty good. Gigi and Joji is an eccentric man who references a lot of Japanese humor I don't understand. And then there's the Evil Eye, who is meant to be a spirit, a tortured mountain spirit. Through shenanigans, these two inhabit the same body. Cold water turns Gigi into the Evil Eye, and hot water turns the Evil Eye into Gigi. I think. I know it has to do with hot and cold water, but I don't know which does which. I gave you my best guess, though. Ira Shiratori is a rival to Momo and likes Okarun. Acrobatic Silky is a ghost who gave her heart to Shiratori so Shiratori could live. And now Shiratori, like Okarun, has a transformation to get power. By the way, this is not how Okarun normally looks. This is just what he looks like when he uses her powers. And Shiratori has something very similar with Acrobatic Silky. There. Kinta Sakata is a fat boy who wants spicy talk. Work on your confidence and work out. Bamora Vizvamola is the first time we're not dealing with spirits, but instead an alien. That's what she is. Miko and Muko are background characters who are supposed to be friends of Momo. Mr. Boxing Shrimp is an alien who has a son, Chiquikita. His son's blood is milk, and he loses a lot of it, so this guy works on a ranch to make sure he can always bring home milk for his son to drink, so that way his son isn't losing too much, has enough blood to replace the blood he's losing. Taro is an anatomical skeleton given life. Hana is another anatomical body given life, but was replaced by Taro because Taro had more limbs. These two are in a relationship. Naki Kito is a cult leader who feeds people to the Mongolian death worm. Hideji, Patterson, Toshiro, and Yoshi Akichi are part of the band Hayase. They do the exorcism song. Manjiro is the apprentice of Seiko Ayase. They're both psychics. And Tomiko is the only one who I don't have a description for because she wasn't in the anime yet, and I only watched the anime. I know, I'm an anime only. I'll hear it later. That being said, hey Pop Tart, it doesn't take you 10 minutes to do a cast introduction. But alright, let's get into the favorites. For my picks, Okarun is my favorite character and my mother's favorite character. Did I mention that this is the show that got anime that got my mom to watch anime? Which is why I like it a lot. The other character I'm rooting for is Gigi and Joji, because that is my aunt's favorite character. And despite her dispositions about certain forms of media, she actually watched this through and really liked him. So there we go. Okarun and Gigi. Let's proceed. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Acro Silky finds a backpack full of camping equipment. Naki rips a mace out of Chiquikita's hands. Tomiko runs away. Kinta throws a knife into the death worm's head. Damn, Kinta! I mean, you can't do that in the show, but damn! Good on you! Muko and Patterson fight for a bag. Patterson gets, "This is an average middle schooler, and you're a full-grown adult." No. Hideji, Manjiro, and Mr. Boxing Shrimp work together to get as many supplies as possible. Hana and Shiratori run away. Okurun runs into the cornucopia and hides. Toshiro grabs a sword. Seiko and Miko fight for a bag. Miko gives up and retreats. Turbo Granny scares Momo away from the cornucopia. Yoshi Kichi runs away. Evil Eye and Bamora fight for a bag. Evil Eye gives up and retreats. I'm not actually sure how that works. Taro and Gigi run. Bamora thinks about Wom. Shiratori injures herself. Momo practices archery. Chikikita, Hana, Naki, Patterson, and Mr. Boxing Shrimp hunt for other tributes. Okay, good. You have tech, so but probably not. Bad, average. Gigi and Turbo Granny work together for the day. Taro attacks Muko, but she manages to escape. Kinta practices archery. Yoshi Kichi camouflages himself in the bushes. Miko searches for a water source. Manjiro thinks about home. Acro Silky and Seiko work together for the day. Okurun fishes. Hideji receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. The Evil Eye attempts to climb a tree but falls to his death. I don't believe that. Watch Evil Eye vs. Okurun Round 2 if you want to see why I don't believe that. Toshiro receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor, and Tomiko questions her sanity. 2 cannon shots, the Death Worm and the Evil Eye. With that, no district is completely out of play, but we did go from 24 survivors to 22. Let's keep going. Turbo Granny receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Mr. Boxing Shrimp fends Shiratori, Naki, and Gigi away from his fire. I can believe that. Bamora receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Chikikita, Seiko, Taro, and Acro Silky tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Kinta and Okurun tell stories about themselves to each other. How do you get Momo to like you? I don't, bro. I'm just an awkward guy. Hideji looks at the night sky. Patterson and Muko huddle for warmth. Hana goes to sleep. Yoshi Akichi loses sight of where he is. Manjiro receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Tomiko and Momo talk about the tribute still alive. Toshiro stabs Miko with a tree branch. Tomiko tends to Seiko's wounds. Patterson unknowingly eats toxic berries. Hideji strangles Mr. Boxing Shrimp after engaging in a fistfight. I can't win. You must die. Turbo Granny tries to spearfish with the trident. Chikikita sees an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Gigi discovers a cave. Acro Silty steals from Manjiro while he isn't looking. Nagi, Bamora, and Okurun hunt for other tributes. That's a cracked team. Hana diverts Yoshi Akichi's tension and runs away. Shiratori, Taro, and Toshiro get into a fight. Toshiro triumphantly kills them both. I mean, I guess my mom doesn't like Shiratori, but that's unrealistic. Muko injures herself. Momo chases Kinta. 5 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Miko from District 6, Patterson from District 10, Mr. Boxing Shrimp from District 7, Shiratori from District 4, and Taro from District 8. With that, still no district being taken out just yet. But with those 5 deaths, we went from 22 survivors to 17 survivors. I'm no good at math. I didn't take it my senior year, and I probably should have taken it. Proceed. Tomiko passes out from exhaustion. Naki and Hideji huddle for warmth. Toshiro receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Gigi tries to treat his infection. Hana loses sight of where she is. Muko, Turbo Granny, and Kinta cheerfully sing songs together. Momo and Seiko run into each other and decide to truce for the night. They do that every night. Manjiro goes to sleep. Chikikita destroys Okurun's supplies while he is asleep. Bamora sees a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Yoshi Akichi and Acro Silky run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Okurun's trap kills Toshiro. Nice, at least he's getting out with a kill. Yoshi Akichi searches for firewood. Muko makes a wooden spear. Seiko receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Tomiko defeats Naki in a fight but spares her life. That's a girl. I forgot to change it. Oops. Bamora defeats Turbo Granny in a fight but spares her life. Chiquita picks flowers. Quinta receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Acro Silky begs for Hideji to kill her. He refuses, keeping Acro Silky alive. Momo diverts Gigi's attention and runs away. Manjiro sprains his ankle running away from Hana. She don't have legs. How'd you sprain your ankle? One cannon shot, and it's Toshido from District 11. So with that, still no district completely out, but we did go from 17 survivors to 16. Seiko catches Gigi off guard and kills him. Sorry, Aunt. Insert name here. Sorry. Momo convinces Tamiko to snuggle with her. Yoshikichi, Naki, Bamora, and Manjiro sleep in shifts. Quinta sets up camp for the night. Okarun ambushes Muko and kills her. Turbo Granny falls into a pit and dies. Hana questions her sanity. Hideji cooks his food before putting his fire out. Acro Silky falls into a pit and dies. Chiquita accidentally detonates a landmine while trying to arm it. That's a lot of deaths. Yoshikichi, Manjiro, Seiko, and Momo hunt for their tributes. Okarun diverts Hideji's attention and runs away. Hana chases Bamora. Naki attacks Tamiko, but she manages to escape. Quinta unknowingly eats toxic berries. Oh crap, we're down to the top 10. Yeah, 6 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. That's a quarter of the whole cast. Gigi from District 3, Muko from District 6, Granny from District 2, Acro Silky from District 4, Chiquita from District 7, and Quinta from District 5. Districts 3, 4, 6, and 7 are completely gone. From 16 survivors to 10. Let's keep going. Yoshikichi and Okarun hold hands. Hama, Tamiko, Nagi, and Hideji tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Anybody telling ghost stories in this show has some insane ghost stories to tell. Manjiro stays awake all night. Seiko receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Bamora cooks her food before putting her fire out. Momo receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Yoshikichi fishes. Naki begs for Okarun to kill him. He refuses, keeping Naki alive. I don't know if I can see that accurately or not. Hana discovers a cave. Bamora attacks Seiko, but she manages to escape. Momo poisons Tamiko's drink, but mistakes it for her own and dies. You know what? I can believe that for Momo. Hideji receives clean water from an unknown sponsor, and Manjiro dies from hunger. 2 cannon shots, Momo from District 1 and Manjiro from District 12. So with the 2 cannon shots, still only 3, 4, 6, and 7 out, but we've gone from 10 survivors to 8. Let's keep them dead. Let's keep killing them. Naki kills Yoshikichi with a sickle. Okarun cooks his food before putting his fire out. Hana stabs Tamiko with a tree branch. Seiko receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Hideji sees a fire but stays hidden. Bamora screams for help. The cornucopia is replenished with food supplies, limits, and memoirs from tributes' families. Seiko, Hideji, and Hana confront each other but grab what they want slowly to avoid conflict, as Naki, Okarun, and Bamora all decide not to go. Hideji discovers a cave. Bamora, Okarun, and Hana hunt for their tributes. Seiko constructs a shack, and Naki searches for a water source. 2 more cannon shots. Yoshikichi from District 11 and Tamiko from District 12. With that, Districts 3, 4, 6, 7, 11, and 12 are completely out. And with the 2 deaths, we've gone from 8 survivors to 6. Come on, Taka Okarun. Naki unknowingly eats toxic berries. Hana kills Hideji while he's sleeping. Okarun quietly hums. Seiko climbs a tree to rest, and Bamora falls into a frozen lake and drowns. Okarun attacks Seiko, but she manages to escape. Hana unknowingly eats toxic berries. That's 4 cannon shots that can be heard in the distance. Naki from District 9, Hideji from District 10, Bamora from District 5, or Hana from District 8. With that, Districts 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 are out. From 6 survivors to 2. And no matter the result, I'm happy. My personal second favorite character is Seiko, but I locked in rooting for these characters from my family. Go Okarun, but I'm happy no matter who wins. Okarun He shot himself to death. Okay, Seiko is the winner. Damn. Alright, should I not get another win, Seiko Ayase is my immediate first pick. She's gonna be so... I don't know if she'd be disappointed or proud. Because I know if she's watching this video, she's rooting for Okarun, and considering how far he goes... I mean, he didn't win, but he got damn close. I'm happy. And 24th, the Mongolian Deathworm, who was killed by this fat bastard. And 23rd, the Evil Eye, who killed himself. And 22nd, Miko, a Mongolian deathworm who eats souls and ate them for generations. And an evil spirit, who is like a god of fighting, lost to an average middle schooler. Patterson in 21st, Mr. Boxing Trip in 20th, Ira Shiratori in 19th, Taro in 18th, in 17th with 3 kills, Toshido. In 16th, GG Enjoji. In 15th, K Muko. In 14th, Turbo Granny. In 13th, Acro Silky. In 12th, Chikikita. In 11th with 1 kill, which I remind you is the Mongolian Deathworm, Kinta Sakata. In 10th, Momo Ayase. In 9th, Manjido. In 8th, Yoshiakichi. In 7th, Tamiko. In 6th, 1 kill, Naki Kito. In 5th with 1 kill, Hideji. In 4th, our farthest going pacifist is Bamora Visvamola. In 3rd with 2 kills, this person cannot move. In 3rd, we have Hana, an unmovable mannequin. Or an immobile mannequin. In 2nd with 2 kills, Ken Takakura, aka Okarun, and the winner is Seiko Ayase. My personal pick for second best character. Man, I really should have locked in Seiko instead of Gigi. I should have done that. Oh well, I'll take Okarun getting second though. He is my favorite boy. Around average length and district placements in 11th, in 12th 3, in 11th 6, in 10th 4, in 9th 7, in 8th 11, in 7th 12, in 6th 9. Nice. In 5th 10, in 4th 5, in 3rd 8, in 2nd 1, and in 1st 2. There you have it. That'll conclude it for the DanDaDan Hunger Games Simulator. No one is thanked because I put this in myself. And I believe next episode we're doing Doctor Who. Despite never seeing that one, I'm actually kind of excited for it. So I'll see y'all later. Take care and bye.